Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Sartorial Styles and this is the new series Step Up. As you know, I really like doing my research about suits, jackets, trousers, shoes and accessories. I always try to find the best option possible for a certain budget, and I think that I gathered quite a little bit of knowledge about these topics. But there are certain areas, certain categories of classic style and lifestyle I do not know too much about. I have never deep dived into over-the-calf socks, bow ties, knitwear and many more things. That's what this series is about. I want to improve, step my game up in these fields and areas. I will show you what I've used before and how high-quality alternatives may provide better value for the money. This first episode is about wet shaving with a safety razor. This is gonna be a good one, stay tuned. To be honest, I never really cared about proper shaving. For some years I used a very cheap electric razor and it worked decently well, but it broke down quite soon and I decided to switch to one of these typical Gillette cartridge systems. That also worked quite well for some time, but shaving has never been something I enjoyed and it has never been important to me. It had to be done from time to time, but it wasn't something I looked forward to. To start off my new Step Up series, I wanted to learn about proper wet shaving with a safety razor. I watched some videos about it on YouTube, read a couple of articles and decided to put a starter set together, including a safety razor, a badger brush and a small shaving bowl. I tried to never choose the cheapest option available, but I also stayed away from highly expensive luxury brands. So, here's what I bought. First up, we have this shaving bowl made by Mühle. It is made of chromed metal, doesn't have any branding on it and not even a rubber sticker at the bottom to prevent it from slipping around. This bowl was about 15 euros and it should do its job, but it's far away from being a perfect solution. The water in my town has a lot of lime in it and I am quite sure already that this bowl will not look as nice anymore after a couple of weeks. Next up is this small stand, also made by Mühle, of chromed metal. It is meant to hold the safety razor and the badger brush I ordered with it. The stand actually has a small rubber sticker on the bottom, so it doesn't slip around in the bathroom even if the surface is wetted. This product was 35 euros. The next item I unboxed arguably is the most important one. It's the Mühle traditional safety razor with a closed comb. Even though I like the aesthetic of the all-metal version, I went for the version with the handle made of precious resin. It looks really nice, it's heavier than I expected, which is a good thing, and the overall craftsmanship is outstanding. The safety razor cost me 30 euros and yes, it actually fits the stand I ordered with it. Sadly, that doesn't apply to the badger brush that I unboxed next. It's the Mühle Rhythmo with pure badger hair and ash wood around the handle. The brush was about 30 euros as well, and once again it's heavier than I expected. Besides wood and badger hair, the only other material used is chromed metal, which gives it not only a great appearance but also a good feel in the hand. The brush has a small Mühle branding on it and, as already said, does not fit the stand properly. Wet shaving without a shaving cream would just be half as much fun, so here's the Taylor of Old Bond Street Cedarwood shaving cream for 16 euros. I initially did not smell too much when opening it up, but that changed later on when I had my first proper wet shave. I'm gonna talk about the qualities of this shaving cream and all the other products in detail later in this video. Next up is this Proraso aftershave lotion. It was one of the most liked products in the online shop I ordered all of that shaving equipment, so I just went with it without doing any research. The bottle was 10 euros. And the last product I unboxed are 10 blades made by Mühle for exactly 26 cents each. Because I have never had a proper wet shave before, I didn't know which blades I would like the most. So I thought I could basically start with any of them and later work my way through other brands like Astra, for example. The moment of truth isn't far. To be honest, I was kinda scared in the first place. Pretty much every video I watched stated that it would be normal to cut yourself quite many times in the first couple of days and weeks of wet shaving. I didn't wanna die, so I was happy to have my Google Home Mini next to me that could, in case of an emergency, call an
ambulance. Ambulanza.
Ambulance.
Krankenwagen. Okay, let's move on to my first proper wet shave with the tools I have just showed you. I watched a video by Kirby Ellison before this and thought I was quite well prepared. I started with putting hot water onto my face and rinsing the badger brush. After that, I used a little bit of the shaving cream to produce lather inside the bowl. That actually worked out way better than I thought, so I started putting it on my face. Sadly, I just then realized that I forgot to put the blade onto the safety razor, so I had to do that with lather all over my face. Not a big deal, but something to keep in mind for the next time. I unscrewed the razor, put the blade in and started moving it around my face. At first I was quite sure that I did something wrong. The shaving was rather comfortable, didn't hurt at all, and I also did not cut myself in the beginning. I turned the razor around. I just now realized that this did not make any sense because the blade for sure has two usable sides. I went on and indeed managed not to kill myself. I cut myself a couple of times, but it wasn't bleeding heavily at all. The first round of shaving was done and I started to wash my face with cold water. After that, I used the aftershave and cleaned the safety razor, the bowl and the brush. All of this took me about 10 minutes, but I think the next time doing a second round would be a good idea. I took these selfies right after the shave and it looks pretty decent for the first time, with just a couple of nicks and some spots where a little bit of beard was left. I was happily surprised. Let's talk about the products in detail for a little bit. First up, the shaving bowl is too small in my opinion and not the best looking one as well. I'm looking for a Hoehn bowl. If any of you has an idea where to get one, let me know in the comments. I'm really happy with the shaving cream on the other hand. There isn't a lot of perfume used in it, but it produces a very thick and easy to use lather that smells nice, but not too intense. It feels really good on the skin and is easy to wash off. I will try alternative products in the future, but I am very satisfied with the cedarwood shaving cream by Taylor of Old Bond Street. Same goes for the Badger brush, which is one of the cheaper options I was able to find. With some other people proclaiming that only super Badger brushes for multiple €100 do the job, I was happily surprised with how well this brush is made. I don't know yet how it will stand the test of time, but so far I am more than happy with my purchase. I have nothing to criticize when it comes to the safety razor itself, the aftershave and the blades. Sure, I do not have any proper comparison, but the products did the job for me. Will I wet shave with a safety razor from now on? Yes, I will. The blades are ridiculously cheap and the shave itself has been the closest one, the most comfortable one and overall the best I have ever had. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. But isn't only an absolute as well? After waking up, I usually start with a coffee. Depending on how much time I have, I either choose an espresso or a cappuccino. Just after that, I take a shower, brush my teeth and let my hair dry. I don't use a blow dryer, instead I have a brush to put the hair roughly in place and some kind of hair product to give it shape. From now on, I will enjoy a proper wet shave after doing that. Because that's what I did, enjoying it. It didn't bother me, it was kind of fun and the results were better than they have ever been before. So yes, this actually was a big step up compared to the electric razors and cartridge razors I have been using before. On special request, I decided to include quick outfit rundowns into my videos. In today's episode I've been wearing a spring-summer outfit. Temperatures are finally rising in Germany. The double-breasted jacket is made by Lanieri of a Loro Piana fabric. The linen shirt is made by Lanieri as well, while the linen trousers are a separate from my Studio Suits summer suit. The necktie is made of silk and features polka dots. The manufacturer is Polish indeed, Poszetka. The linen pocket square is made by Poszetka as well. On my feet you can see penny loafers from Hockerty, while my wrists have a bracelet by Azzurro Republic and my Orient Bambino on them. Have a nice weekend and see you in 2 weeks.